Emily, you good?
I'm ready to go.
Okay. I'm going to call this meeting to order at 6:02. At this time, I'll take nominations. Oh, Pledge of Allegiance, excuse me, that is on there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now I will take nominations for chair. Cookie Hebert is out, will not be here today, nor will Brewster go. But Cookie has told me that she would accept a nomination for chair, should that be the flavor of the board. So at this time, I will take nominations for chair.
Well, I'll nominate Cookie Hebert for chair.
I will second that.
Are there any other nominations for chair of the Mascoma Valley Regional School Board? At this time, I am closing the nominations. I will now take a vote of aye in favor of Cookie being chair. Please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? And Cookie Hebert is hereby pronounced chair of the Mascoma Valley Regional School Board. Now I will take nominations for the vice chair position.
I'll nominate Tim Josephson for vice chair.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Are there any other nominations for vice chair?
Nope.
Seeing none, the nominations are hereby closed. I will take a vote. Please say aye if you are in favor of Tim Josephson for the school board.
Aye.
Vice chair? And opposed? Abstentions? Congratulations, I pronounce you vice chair, and now hand the meeting over to you,
It's the longest
sir.
you've ever had to run a meeting, right?
That's true.
In that case, I think you would copy the agenda, I just realized.
I can grab them.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll open nominations for secretary. The exciting part. I'll accept anyone willing to nominate.
You want to do it again? Okay, so I'm going to nominate Danielle Thompson for secretary.
I'll second that.
All right. Any other nominations at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll close the nominations. All those in favor of Danielle as secretary, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and abstentions. All right. Cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
everybody.
And hopefully Cookie is better soon and she can come in and be back with us. But, you know, I've been happy with having Cookie with us and, or, you know, running the board meetings and stuff.
She does a very nice job.
Yes, keep us on a steady course, so.
Yes.
All right, public comment. Anybody out there in Zoom land?
Yeah, looking just in case. Ms. Wilbur's here, but her hand is not up, so she's
Hello, Ms. Wilbur.
a silent observer.
Shout out. All right, new business. We have policy BCA, which is board member ethics. We're not adopting this. This is just informational, right?
These are informational,
Right.
correct. And I would just like to point out to the board that I do need the next portion of that BCA-R signed.
Oh, the one that you were. getting us
That's
to
most
do?
of, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will just do that. Board member ethics, that is on file with our policies, and that was updated in 2020, so pretty current. Board indemnification. So let me read into the record. RSA 31:105, Chapter 31 is powers and duties of towns. Liabilities, oh, this is much easier, thank you. Liabilities for damages limited, indemnification and insurance. Indemnification for damages. A city, town, county, village, district, or precinct, school district, charter public school, school administrative unit, or any other municipal corporation or political subdivision may by a vote of the governing body indemnify and save harmless for loss of damage occurring after said vote any person employed by it and any member or officer of its governing board, administrative staff, or agencies, including but not limited to selectmen, school board members, chartered public school trustees, city councilors and aldermen, town and city managers, regional planning commissioners, town and city health officers, overseers of public welfare, superintendents of schools, from personal financial loss and expense, including reasonable legal fees and costs, if any, arising out of any claim, demand, suit, or judgment by reason of negligence or other act resulting in accidental injury to a person or accidental damage to or destruction of property, if the indemnified person at the time of the accident resulting in the injury, damage, or destruction was acting in the scope of employment or office. That is read into the record.
How's your oxygen level?
Okay, let's see, and then also, this is just informational, non-public sessions, BEC, board officers, BDB, and advisory committees to the board, BCF, correct?
That is
We're
correct.
not acting on it.
No, we are not. These are just for informational only. I will point out on BEC that the final paragraph says that the superintendent will provide you all with a checklist, a non-public session checklist. Those will be available at the next board meeting.
Cool. All right. And then same with, so any questions on any of those policies? Or anything? Pretty standard. All right, board subcommittee time. Fun. Does anyone want to change what subcommittees they were on?
No.
Everyone's pretty happy with what we did?
I would.
I know Cookie said she's happy with doing finance facilities and negotiations and, yeah, those two.
I have a question
Yeah.
on that co-curricular. So, there was some talk about forming it more like the wellness committee. So I don't know if I need to do it, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, moving from a, well, there are two different things. One is kind of in the structure and makeup and the, between co-curricular and wellness. So like who is invited and what are some of those responsibilities, and essentially the, having more outside voices, like
Right,
community voices, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's also the frequency of the meetings. So wellness is essentially quarterly, and we have listed co-curricular as every other month, which I think is probably the right cadence for the co-curricular one, just because, yeah, because there's a lot that is related to what's going on in the schools, and that's harder, I think, to do with a quarterly sort of meeting. So I think that I think we can keep it as far as here being the scheduling of such, with that knowledge that we want more involvement and invitations from the community members, so the rec committees and, inviting the scouting clubs or whaleback or, other community resources that were part of it. So I think if we did it that way, kept the kind of the meeting schedule the same, but had placed a higher emphasis, like getting people there. The only thing I'll say is that I wonder if getting people there from the community is not as likely with a 3:30 meeting as opposed to a 6 o'clock meeting. So that's the trade-off. The 3:30 is good for the people that are, that are staff members. The wellness committee does tend to do it at 3:30. So where we have that mix of both in school or school personnel, district personnel, and outside folks. So I think with that, I think we could still do that. I think we could still try the 3:30.
Yeah, and I think maybe, Hope, you're asking if we want 2 members of the board on that or just 1?
Well, because the wellness has 1 member.
Right.
So
And I think maybe
Yeah.
the trade-off would be that if we only had 1 member, we could potentially host it as more of a virtual meeting without worrying about a quorum here.
Yeah, that's true
If
too.
that makes sense. So if it were more like a co-curricular rep, co-curricular activities committee rep.
Yeah.
And then we could, wouldn't mean that the board members would have to be here physically.
Yeah.
That would be up to the board if you wanted to do that.
So if that's the case, then we should probably draw up like guidelines of who is in co-curricular, like, just so there's some structure to it. So, cool, all right. Any other change, like, is that fine to just roll over everything that we've been doing?
Absolutely.
If no one wants to change the committees, I mean, if we want to, that's fine. I'm
We
just-
just talked to Cookie about this, but last year, if she wanted me to be the rep, I feel better having done it 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
Harvard?
If that's easier for.
Oh,
her.
yeah.
Oh, for Hartford or for the
No, for the
budget?
budget.
Budget
Oh,
committee.
budget,
And then
okay.
So I will change you over to the budget committee rep and
And then-
put Cookie as the alternate.
Yes,
Okay.
that might be easier.
That would be
for her.
nice, yeah.
I know it was a little stressy.
Okay.
Do you want me to read off who's
Yeah,
currently on?
why don't we just go over who's
Sure.
where?
So finance and facilities, we have Brewster, he's requested to remain on that group.
Yep.
Cookie, who's also requested to remain on that group, and Hope.
I would like to remove.
Cool.
Budget committee rep will be Hope, we will have the budget committee alternate be Cookie. EIC, we have Candace, she'd love to stay on it, I'm sure. Tim
Yep.
and Kathleen. Hartford area CTC rep, Kathleen. Sure.
Sure.
I'd love to stay
Yeah.
on there, Amanda. Just send me the meeting dates.
I
Okay.
didn't know it was a question.
You were voluntold.
I'll work on my intonation. The NHSBA rep to the delegate assembly,
Yep,
Tim.
I'll do that again, yep.
Negotiations, we have Cookie, who's requested to remain on that group. Tim?
Yep.
Kathleen?
Sure.
There we go.
Are we doing a teacher's contract this year, or is this a year off? I forget.
Teacher's contract.
Okay, all right, I couldn't remember.
Joint loss, Brewster only requested to be on the finance and facilities meeting.
He's been on joint loss for a
I'll
number of
leave him
years.
there, I
Let's
think.
just keep
I feel like he said he was okay with it. I don't
Yeah,
know
if he
why.
wants off, then we can switch it next
Yeah.
time. You know, these are all flexible and,
Right, okay, we'll let him remain there.
yeah.
A co-curricular activities committee representative. I'm hearing Hope would like to come off.
We talked about that, and I didn't, if that was gonna happen, I didn't see the point.
Okay.
No.
So we'll leave Danielle on?
Yep.
Hope you do a lot anyway, you're on here quite a bit.
Yeah.
Wellness is Danielle,
Yeah.
intonation there. PD committee rep, Tim?
Yeah, I'm not able to make a lot of their meetings, so if anyone else would like to be the professional development committee rep, by all means, but otherwise, I'll keep trying to do it.
Okay. And they're doing it virtually, so maybe. you
Oh,
can
yeah,
have
that'll
that link.
help, I can just do it from my desk.
Okay. And communications, we have Tim?
Yep.
Hope?
If I could be, sure.
Still not good.
And Danielle?
Yep.
And that would be the end of that.
All right. Cool. Good with that? Board meeting time discussion. Is that just to reiterate that 6 PM
Just a
on the second
confirmation.
and fourth Tuesdays still work for people? This is the odd one, obviously, because we're organizing.
Yeah.
But that's worked pretty well. We've done it for years at that time and that date, and I appreciate having a time after work that people can actually attend meetings, and not at 9 in the morning or 4:30 or anything like that, I've discovered. School board member directory update, was that the sheet you were passing around?
Yes, that is the sheet. I think I have it with
Yeah,
Danielle,
it's-
so as long as you're good, that's good.
So our names and email addresses are on the website, and then phone contact and stuff is at the SAU, in case people need to reach us. And then photo, let's put that off, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least we can have a virtual, we can all stand in front of virtual Brewster.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Public comment. Anyone out there?
I do, oh, yeah, sorry.
Do you have
I'm
some?
jumping ahead.
Just checking. Do you have anything? If Wilbur's still here, but her hand's not up.
Okay.
You're good.
And I do have, you should have a green sheet in front of you. I do apologize for throwing a little bit of other business in there.
It's okay.
But we do have a resignation that was kind of timely.
Yeah.
So I would hope that the board would approve the resignation of Brenda, who is a teacher at EVS, or was a teacher at EVS.
Take a motion on that.
Make a motion to accept the resignation as presented.
Second?
All right, any discussion on that? All those in favor of the motion accepting the resignation, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? And abstentions? And that passes. Do we have any non-public?
We do not.
All right then. If that is the case, we adjourn.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow.
You know, we've had organizational meetings that have taken us like an hour to organize.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it's in there with other bit, you
Night,
know, because it's
everybody.
the only one of the month, you know.